Do you get a working laptop or?
Just brought half of my stuff for teaching. And ignore this dude. But this is my classroom. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Everyone so far seems so nice though, huh?
I've only met the janitors.
Oh, well the people in the office are really nice too. This is my second day at whatever city that I'm working at right now. Just moved in all my stuff. It took me an hour and I'm sweating like crazy. Now I'm going to drive to the school to bring some more of the stuff that I got. Thank you to everyone who donated to my classroom. There were 2 people from social media and then the rest of them were hometown friends. It really helps out a lot because I had to drop about 500 so far and I am planning to buy more stuff as the year goes on, but right now I just need to situate whatever I have. Everything is finally inside of the classroom. Well, all of the stuff that I have except for my classroom library. I don't have much of a game plan. I kind of want to just shift the desk so that this becomes the main board. I do have my bulletin borders finally so that I can put around. This is my teacher desk right here, so I'm going to make this my personal wall where I put my name, probably the students' birthdays and class jobs if it fits. I don't feel like I have that big of a space for the other walls, so I'm going to leave the rest of them for students' work. There's a lot of stuff that I envisioned that I wanted, but it's going to take a lot more time to actually execute it, and it sucks that I'm the only one here today and probably the only one that will be setting up the classroom because the city's far away from my hometown. I hear some teachers. I feel like I'm so socially awkward, or at least it doesn't come off that way, but then that's how I feel inside. I do need to make teacher friends out here and just friends in general though. I'm gonna set a timer for myself. Well, just to remind myself how long I'm taking because I don't want to be walking back and forth doing nothing. I'm gonna put this bulletin border up for my personal wall. This is from Target. I tried to get my sister one the next day and then they all sold out. I have this random white piece of wood here. I don't think they're gonna do anything with it, so I'm just going to put my hand signals up here. It sucks that I don't have the matte laminating sheet, so I bought this anti-glare spray, so hopefully it'll help because even my ABCs right now aren't as visible since there's a glare. Is that straight? Oh my goodness. I should have bought the paper that goes like on top of these bulletins because it looks so dull with this color. I thought the school would have it, but unless I didn't look into the workroom correctly. I finally found butcher paper in the workroom, but now I have to try to put it behind this or take this down and put it up again. I'm honestly feeling very overwhelmed with setting up the classroom because I'm not sure what I should prepare. I don't know like what schedule I'm going to have for the kids. The secretary was asking me how I was doing and I told her all that, and then she said it's okay if I don't have everything set up for the first day of school. I haven't even looked at any of the books in the cabinets to organize, and it sucks that none of the other teachers are on campus right now because I can't ask for advice. Classroom setup takes so much longer than you think it does because I've been here since 11. It's 3 o'clock now. I've only gotten like these bulletin borders up, this one too, this purple one, and then I had to redo this one since I found butcher paper earlier today. And that is all I got done within those hours. I don't know if it's just me being inefficient, but it does look a lot better than it did earlier today. This is probably the 3rd or 4th day that I've been here. I haven't gotten much done, but today I'm planning to rearrange the desks to make that the main board. I also need to look at what's in the cabinets and storage space to see where everything is and whether or not I want to keep it there or move it. I'll probably just keep it just to save my own sanity. I also have a lot more packages coming in, like a teacher toolbox, but they're all at my hometown, so I'll probably need to bring those to get it done over the weekend instead of in here. Today I'm going to try to speed run it because I've been taking way too long to do anything. Every classroom that I've been to for student teaching and substitute teaching, I feel like the room space is a lot bigger. I'm not used to having a limited space. I moved the desk how I wanted it, but then I realized any student sitting at this table right here would have to turn around to see whatever's projected on the TV. Since I don't have an Elmo projector, it would just be a lot less functional for them to do that back and forth while learning and taking notes. So I'm gonna switch it back to how it originally was. I'm doing this thing where each student's going to get a toothbrush holder, but it's really going to be for pencils. I've seen this on TikTok. I wanted to try it out because during student teaching, we had a lot of instances where pencils were always missing and then they would always get up to get a pencil. So each of these will have 5. At the end of the week, if my students still have 5 pencils in here that's not purposely broken, then they will get a sticker to put on however they want. I also don't know how many students I'm going to have yet. I have training next Thursday, which is a little less than a week before the first day of school. It really does take a whole village to set up. And unfortunately, I moved away, so I don't have many people that can come up and help me on the weekday. This is a box that I got from the school. It's a little library, plus they gave me some other stuff. So birthday pencils, season greetings pencil, some bookmarks, name tags. I already bought my own, but I'll probably save this for next year or something. And a set of expo markers. Also some little name tag stickers. I'll probably make the students wear this on the first day so that I can easily remember them. I've been having a harder time remembering names because I remember when I first started substitute teaching, it would take me about 30 minutes to remember every student's names. This is a little concerning. But then again, when I was student teaching, I remembered everyone's names within 3 hours. And that was just me sitting in the back trying to label everyone. Currently making a little system for students to turn in work. So this will be reading, writing, math, social studies, and science. And then I color-coded this, like a little colored line, so that this way when I write reading, it'll be in green. It'll be easier for students to look at the color and turn it in at the right spot rather than randomly put it. Today is a slow day for setup. I've been looking at the teacher stuff that's been around in the classroom and I don't know what it's for. I did locate some of the teacher's manuals, which is over there. The rest of it, I'm not sure what's actually going to be used. This is what I'm talking about because there's a bunch of resources for me to use throughout the school year, but I'm not sure what is needed and when it's needed. I know they're labeled as like units. Even like these grammar books and vocabulary books and all these math worksheets. It's so hard not knowing the schedule of when you're supposed to teach things. Maybe that's just me being very impatient and having so much anxiety with knowing what I'm supposed to do. One of the other first grade teachers just popped in right now and she's so sweet and just like reminds me of Honey. She said she's going to be here all of next week so I can ask her anything about curriculum or procedures and routines. Very kind of her to offer that, and now I know that I don't have to be scared to ask questions. I came in yesterday with my sister and she is crazy fast at working, so she probably saved me a whole extra day of setting up. Let me show you what we got done yesterday. We got all the Chromebooks color-coded and numbered so that it's easier for the students to plug in at the end of the day. Set up this system for attendance and knowing where the students are at all times. We also have the voice levels. These ones are actually really bright and hopefully I'm consistent enough with using this. The headings for the bulletins are up and little decorations all around. We have my clip chart that's in the corner. The turn-in basket's ready to go. I still need to figure out a system for the headphones. I'm thinking that the students are just going to shove it into their desk for now, which I don't want, but I just don't know where I could put it. Every time I put this back on, it doesn't feel like it's right. I also got my drawers organized, so here's my teacher toolbox, my pencil dispenser, here's stuff for writing, this thing I made, the Oreo opinion that I had for student teaching, some chalk paper, extra chalk paper in case I need it, some school supplies, down here, whiteboard erasers for small groups, student stuff like stickers, erasers, anything that can be given to students. And then, my finger! And then we have some possible manipulatives. When I did preclinical experience with my old 4th and 5th grade teacher, she had this where the students would take a selfie, I would print it out and have them cut it. And then on the back it says my goal for 4th grade, but I'm going to change it to first, is blank. And then it has like this little charging port. I'm planning to put it all across here to get ready for back to school night and so that the students can be really part of the classroom. I didn't have space in my car to bring all the library books that my host teacher gave me during student teaching, but the school provided me with a few, so I'm going to look at the AR levels and then organize it. So the previous teacher that was in this room, she actually moved to 2nd grade, and then she came in, she was telling me about how she set up the classroom, and she didn't use any of the whiteboards to teach. Instead, she put a lot more student work and then put posters for learning. On this whiteboard that I was going to use for the main whiteboard, she would put work that tracked student data and student growth. Now I'm thrown in on a little loop of what to do. She also said that instead of a reading board, she put both for writing because it allowed more space. Today was a very unproductive day inside of the classroom. I ended up asking one of the 1st grade teachers a very quick question about my writing wall. It turned into a 2-hour conversation about what else I would need inside my classroom and what else I would need to know. It was a lot to take in, and we're getting a new principal tomorrow too. I've spent way too long just decorating my classroom, but this is the final touch of it. I'm going to put manila folders up on the walls to present students' work. So instead of having students work on each focus wall, it's just all going to go in here. Don't know if the system will work for me, but this is what I'm doing. I finally found a singular hole puncher. Now I got to punch all of these and put prong fasteners through them, stick them up, and hopefully start thinking about routines and procedures, because that is way more important than anything that I've done in here. It feels like I'm making my life worse because I decided to do a behavior tracker for the students, and the way I printed it and cut it, it doesn't align month to month. So now I have to do like this: August, September, October, November, December. I'm gonna change the PDF so that it's not like this next year if I still decide to do this. I thought this would be good for parents to know how their child's doing, or even just the students to track their behavior, but realistically, I'm gonna see how it goes this year. If it's not working, then I might just change my behavior tracker into a personal one. School hasn't even started and it feels like I'm drowning in work already. I really don't know what I'm gonna do for procedures and routines. I'm very stuck on that. I know it's probably one of the most important things for teaching, but it's really hard to be certain of what you want inside of your classroom. I think I might be the only first-year teacher at the school, which brings up a lot of nerves. Also, the custodian brought in more boxes for me. I think it's stuff for science. This feels like so much. I don't know what to do. I finished putting together the behavior tracker for every student. I put this laminating sheet so that the students wouldn't like crush it up, but I don't think I'm gonna do that next year because it takes way too much time. This is an all about me flag that they're going to do on the first day of school when they walk in, and then I got this printed out too. I guess we can stay past 3 p.m. so that's what I'm gonna do and prepare. This number 1 balloon is also for the first day of school when they take their pictures with my sign. This is how I'm gonna faint. Oh my god, I actually feel lightheaded. There was a new teacher orientation today until 1, so all I got done today was set up my art wall. More curriculum books came in, so I put those away. Classroom setup is pretty much done though. I really just need to nail in on the routines and procedures now and figure out what I'm doing for the first day of school. At the entrance, we have these crayons that I got for my last day of student teaching. Right here, we have the first day of school and Grumpy Cat. I'm going to do like every weekend students can take him home and write adventures, and their goal is to try to make him smile. I saw another first grade teacher do this and I really liked the idea. This is a silent star line. Every time they leave and come back somewhere in a quiet manner, they'll get a star. Don't know what the prize will be. This has their birthdays, class jobs, and voice levels. My personal board, still couldn't find white butcher paper. I got my supplies, lucky duckies every time I pick out a student name. This is going to be a whole class reward system where they're going to get these acrylic ducks to fill up. I have my cute ABCs with my hand signals and classroom rules up there. I couldn't find where to print color, so I'll probably replace that later when I find that out. More bulletin borders with art. This is where I'm going to display student work, and then when they go to the sink, it'll have these posters to always remind them to have a growth mindset. And I wish my teacher knew books. That way they don't tattletale to me all the time and they can just write it here and I'll read it every week. This is where their goals for first grade will be with their picture. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet or if I'm going to keep it, but if I do, it'll probably be for turning in homework or something. This is the system for them to turn in work throughout the day. That's pretty much it for my classroom besides like my own supplies. It feels so good to have everything together, but you guys, I am freaking out for the first day of school and even just the first year of school. Wish me luck and help me out on routines and procedures if you're a teacher. I will see you in my next video.